Hello viewers, welcome to National Examinations Council NECO 2023 Past Questions and Detailed Solution General Mathematics Paper 3 Objective Tests Questions 1 to 60 Solution to 60 questions in one video. Question 1. Decrease 120 by 25%. Solution. To do this, you simply find 25% of 120. That is the decrease amount. You subtract it from 120. So you have the decrease amount to be 25% of 120, which can be expressed in this form, and you have 30. The decrease becomes 120 minus 30, and that is 90. The correct option is C. Question 2. Find the product of 10110 base 2 and 11 base 2. You simply rearrange the numbers in this form to enable you multiply. You start from right to left when multiplying. So you use the first digit 1 to multiply all the digits here. You have the first set of results. Then you use the second digit 1 to multiply all the digits. When using the second digit, your answer begins from that digit to the left, and you have 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. Next thing is to add. 0 plus nothing is 0. 1 plus 0 is 1. Now 1 plus 1 is 1 remainder 0. It is so because in base 2, you have only two digits, 0 and 1. Ordinarily, 1 plus 1 is 2, but 2 is not a digit in base 2. So you divide 2 by 2, you have 1 remainder 0. You put down the remainder 0, you take the 1 forward. 0 plus 1 plus 1, that is 10. You put down 0, you take 1 forward. If you add here, you also have 10. You put down 0, you take 1 forward. When you add, you have 10, 0, 1. By this, the correct option is A. Question 3. Express 5 plus 2 over 100 plus 3 over 1000 plus 4 over 100,000 as a decimal number. You have 5 plus. If you divide this fraction, you have 0.02. If you divide the next fraction, you have this result. If you divide the last fraction, you have these results. When you add together, you have 5.02304. The correct option is C. Question 4. Simplify 2 root 5 over root 10. Solution. Rationalize by using root 10 to multiply both the numerator and denominator, you have it in this form. 2 root 5 times root 10, you have 2 root 50. Root 10 times root 10 is 10. If you divide 2 and 10 by 2, you have 5 here. Now, in 50, 25 is a perfect number. So you write 50 as 2 times 5. 2 times 25. The square root of 25 is 5. Then you have root 2 divided by 5. 5 cancel 5. You are left with root 2. The correct option is C. Question 5. A boy walks 88 paces in a minute. If his average pace length is 0.55 meters, what fraction of an hour will it take him to walk 1,936 meters? We need to get the total paces whose average pace length is this. So average pace length is equal to total paces over time. You have it in this form. So total paces is equal to 0.55 times 88. That is 48.4 in minutes. Fraction of an hour it will take to walk 1,936 meters becomes this given value divided by total paces in this form. The required fraction is in hour, so you multiply this time by 60. You have this result. When you reduce, you have 2/3. The correct option is D. Question 6. Find S if 3 times 8 is equal to S modulo 9. Solution. 3 times 8 is equal to 24 modulo 9. Now, modulo 9 has 9 elements, 0 to 8. 0 to 8. So 24 is not an element in modulo 9. To get the equivalent of 24, you divide it by 9. When you do that, the remainder is 6. We are interested in the remainder in modular arithmetic. So S is equal to 6. The correct option is C. If you divide 24 by 9, you have 2 remainder 6. So the remainder is recorded. Question 7. If log 3 base 10 is equal to 0.4771, evaluate log 8.1 base 10. Solution. You have the given log, then we are to evaluate this. First, convert 8.1 to ordinary fraction. You have it as log 81/10 base 10. In logarithm, quotient implies subtraction. So you have log 81 base 10 minus log 10 base 10. You can express 81 in terms of 3. That is log 3 power 4 base 10. Now log 10 base 10 is 1. The power 4 comes back to multiply the log in this form. Now you replace log 3 base 10 with this value. You multiply it by 4, then minus 1. You have this result, and you have 0.9084. The correct option is D. Question 8. Given that 2 log y is equal to 8 log p plus 4 log q, express y in terms of p and q. Solution. This is the given log. In order to apply the laws of logarithm, the coefficient of the log is always 1. So by power law, you can take 2 to become power to y, 8 power to p, 4 power to q in this form. From the right hand side, you apply law of addition. The common base here is 10. So addition implies multiplication of the numbers. If you equate log to the same base, you have y squared equal to p power 8 times q power 4. To get y, take the square root of both sides. The square root implies power of half. So p power 8 times half, you have p power 4. Q power 4 times 1 over 2, you have q power 2. The correct option is E. Question 9. Calculate the compound interest on 1,200 naira for 4 years at 8% per annum. Solution. The compound interest can be calculated using this formula. P is the principal, 1,200, bracket open, 1 plus arrow over 100, arrow is the rate, that is 8, bracket close, to the power of n, the time duration, that is 4 minus the principal. When you simplify the bracket, you have it in this form and this form. You have 1,200 times 1.08 to the power of 4 is equal to this minus 1,200. If you multiply these two numbers, you have this result minus 1,200, and that is equal to 432 naira 59 kobo. The correct option is C. Question 10. Given sets A, B, and C such that set A is equal to this, set B equal to this, and set C equal to this. Find, bracket open, A union B, bracket close, intersection, bracket open, A union C, bracket close. Solution. To get this set, we need to get the various parts. The first part is A union B. the combination of all the elements in set A and B, avoiding repetition. You start with the letters, then the numbers. The second part is A union C, combining all the elements in sets A and C, avoiding repetition. You have these results. Then you compare these two sets under intersection, the common elements or elements to both sets. A is common, B is not common, C is common, D is common, 1 is common, 4 is common, 9 is common. You have these results. The correct option is E. Question 11. In a chemistry class, a student recorded 21.23 cube centimeters for the theta value of 21.32 cube centimeters. You have the actual value, then the wrong value. Find the percentage error correct to 1 decimal place. Solution: percentage error is equal to error over exact times 100%. The error is the difference between the two readings over the actual reading times 100. If you subtract the numerator, you have 0.09 over the actual value times 100. If you multiply these two values, you have 9 over 21.32. When you divide, you have 0.42213. To 1 decimal place, you have 0.4. The correct option is B. Question 12. In an arithmetic progression AP, the first term is 3 and the sum of the third and 12th terms is 38 whole number 1 over 2. What is the 17th term? To find this term, the common difference is needed. We go by the nth term formula of an AP. From the question, the first term A is equal to 3. We have the third term, that is T sub 3, equal to A plus, you replace N with 3 minus 1 in bracket times D. The first term is 3 plus 2 minus 3 minus 1 is 2 times D. You have the third term to be 3 plus 2D. Then the 12th term, you replace N by 12 in the nth term formula. The first term is equal to 3. 12 minus 1 is 11 times D. If you add the third and the 12th terms, the sum is equal to 38 whole number 1 over 2. This is the third term plus the 12th term. You convert this fraction to improper fraction. You have 77 over 2. If you add like terms here, you have this result. Multiply through by 2 to clear fraction, you have these results. Collect like terms. You transfer plus 12 to the right hand side. you have it in this form. So 26D is equal to 65. Divide both sides by 26 and you have the common difference as 65 over 26. For the 17th term, you come here and replace n with 17 in this form. The first term is 3 plus 17 minus 1 is 16 times common difference. If you reduce 16 and 26, you have 8 and 13. So you have 3 plus 8 times 65 over 13. You can write 3 as over 1. This is 1 term. If you multiply, you have 520 over 13. If you find the LCM and simplify, you have this result. After division, you have 43 as the 17th term. The correct option is B. Question 13. The Venn diagram below shows the number of students who wrote biology, physics, and mathematics during NECO SSCE in a certain school. Find the number of students who wrote at least 2 subjects and the total number of students in the school respectively. You have the given Venn diagram. Number of students who wrote at least 2 subjects means number of students who wrote 2 subjects plus students who wrote 3 subjects. Here you have 2 subjects, 5, another 2, 7, another 2, 1, plus 3 subjects. You add them together and you have 17. That is the first part. Second part, total number of students in the school. You add all the information in the Venn diagram, including these 4, and you have 36. If you write both results together, you have 17, 36. The correct option is D. Correct option is D, not C. Question 14. The third term of a geometric progression GP is 18 and the sixth term is 486. Find the first term. Anytime you have problems like this, it always leads to a system of non-linear equation. We go by the nth term formula of AGP. The third term is 18. At that point, n is equal to 3. So you have t sub 3 equal to first term times common ratio to the power of 3 minus 1. The third term is 18 equal to a arrow square. You call that equation 1. The sixth term is 486. At this point, n is equal to 6. So t sub 6 is equal to a arrow to the power of 6 minus 1. You have 486 equal to a arrow power 5. You call that equation 2. There is no way you can get a directly. You have to find the common ratio first before getting the first term. So divide equation 2 by 1 side by side. You have it in this form. You have 27 equal to arrow cube. To get arrow, take the cube root of both sides, and arrow is equal to 3. To get A, you have to substitute arrow equal to 3 into any of the equations. I'm using equation 1. This is equation 1. You replace arrow with 3, then you square it. You have 18 equal to 9a. Divide both sides by 9 to get a. A is equal to 2. The correct option is A. Question 15. The area of a rectangular piece of cardboard paper is 104 square centimeters. If its width is 8 cm, find its perimeter. Solution. Perimeter is equal to 2 bracket open the length plus the width. The length is unknown, width is 8 cm. L is needed, which can be obtained using the information about the area. Area is equal to L times W. That is 104 equal to L times 8. Divide both sides by 8. L is equal to 10 cm. Therefore, perimeter is equal to 2 bracket open the length 13 plus the width 8 bracket close. You have 2 times 21 equal to 42 centimeters. The correct option is B. Question 16. Find the determinant of the matrix with 3 rows and 3 columns. It is a 3 by 3 matrix. You put the given matrix under the symbol of determinant. You expand along any row of your choice. I prefer using row 1. Row 1, you assign the checkerboard signs of plus, minus, plus. If you want to expand along row 2, the checkerboard signs, you have minus, plus, minus, and so on. So I'm going to take the first entry in the first row, that is 2. Then I will cover first row, first column. I'm left with this 2 by 2 matrix. You have it here. Now, what we do here is to reduce the 3 by 3 determinant to 2 by 2 determinant. Next, you take the second element in the first row. The sign is negative. You cover first row, second column. You are left with 1, 0, 2, 3 in this form. Then the third element in the first row, the sign is plus. You cover first row, third column. You are left with this 2 by 2 minor matrix in this form. To evaluate 2 by 2 determinants, you take the difference between the products of the 2 diagonals. You start with the main diagonal. 3 times 0 is 0. Difference is minus. 2 times 2, you have 4. Then minus 3, bracket open, 3 times 1 is 3, minus 2 times 0 is 0, plus 1, bracket open, 2 times 1 is 2, minus 0 times 0, you have 0. When you simplify further, you have this result, and you have minus 8 minus 9 plus 2, that is minus 15. The correct option is A. Question 17. A helicopter takes 3 hours from Kano to Lagos at a constant speed. How long does the same journey take another helicopter at a quarter of the speed of the first helicopter? Question mark. Solution. Speed is equal to distance over time. For the first helicopter, the speed is unknown, distance is unknown, the time is 3. If you make distance the subject, d is equal to 3 times speed, that is 3s, equation 1. Second helicopter, the speed is a quarter, that is 1/4 times speed, equal to distance over time. If you cross multiply, you have speed equal to 4d over time. Here we are interested in the time, so let's make t the subject, and you have this as equation 2. To continue, you have to substitute equation 1 into equation 2. So you write equation 2 first. Equation 1 is d equal to 3s. You replace d with 3s. S cancel s. 4 times 3 is 12. So you have 12 hours. The correct option is D. Question 18. If 1 is added to the denominator of a fraction, the fraction becomes 1/2. When 3 is added to both the numerator and denominator of the fraction, it becomes 3/4. Find the fraction. Solution. Let the fraction be s over y. From the first statement, you add 1 to the denominator y. You have s over y plus 1, and the fraction becomes 1/2, equal to 1/2. First statement. Cross multiply to clear fractions. You have this result. Let's transfer the variables to one side. So you transfer plus y to the left. You have 2s minus y equal to 1. Equation 2. The same fraction, when you add 3 to both numerator and denominator, the fraction becomes 3/4. That is s plus 3 over y plus 3 equal to 3/4. Second statement. Cross multiply to clear fractions. If you open the brackets, you have this result. Transfer the variables to one side and the constants to the other side. You have it this form. You have 4s minus 3y equal to minus 3. Equation 2. Solve both equations simultaneously using elimination method. The solution continues. You have both equations. I wish to eliminate variable y. To achieve that, its coefficients need to be the same in both equations. Here it is 1. You have 3 here. The LCM is 3. To achieve 3 from here, you multiply through equation 1 by 3. For this number to remain the same, you multiply through equation 2 by 1. Equation 1 becomes 6s minus 3y equal to 3. Equation 2 remains the same. To eliminate variable y, since the signs are the same in both equations, you have to subtract. So 6s minus 4s equal to 2s minus 3y minus 3y becomes minus 3y plus 3y equal to 0. 3 minus 3 is 6. Divide through by 2s is equal to 3. To get y, you have to replace s with 3 in any of the equations. I'm using equation 1. This is equation 1. You replace s with 3 in this form. You have 6. You transfer 1 to the left, it becomes negative. You transfer minus y to the right, it becomes positive. Therefore, y is equal to 5. The fraction is s over y, which is now 3 over 5. The correct option is C. Question 19. Y is partly constant and partly varies as s. When y is equal to 2, s is equal to 3, and when y is equal to 5, s is equal to 6. Find the relationship between s and y. This is partial variation interpreted in this form, where c and k are constants of variation. When s equal to 3, y equal to 2, you have this as equation 1 using this expression. When y equal to 5, s equal to 6, you have this as the second equation. Solve both equations simultaneously using elimination method. You have equation 1 and 2. It is easier to eliminate c since the coefficient is the same. To do that, you have to subtract. So 2 minus 5 is minus 3. C minus c is 0, plus 3k minus plus 6k, that is minus 3k. Divide through by minus 3k is equal to 1. To continue, you have to replace k with 1 in any of the equations. I'm using equation 1. This is equation 1. You replace k with 1 and you have 2 minus 3. You transfer this value to the left. It becomes minus equal to c. Therefore, c is equal to minus 1. The relationship between s and y is you come here and replace c and k with their values. You have it in this form, which can be written as y equal to s minus 1. The correct option is B. Question 20. Find a quadratic equation whose roots are 2 and minus 1 over 3. Solution. The required equation in terms of s is s squared minus sum of roots times s plus product of roots equal to 0. You add the roots here times s, you multiply them here, then you equate to 0. If you open this inner bracket, you have this result. You multiply, you have minus 2 over 3. When you simplify this fraction, you have 5 over 3 times s and the other terms. Multiply through by 3 to clear fractions. You have 3s squared minus 5s minus 2 equal to 0. The correct option is B. The correct option is B, not E. Use the graph below to answer questions 21 to 23. Question 21. Which of the following gives the points of intersection of the linear graph and the quadratic graph above? The straight line is the linear graph, the curve is the quadratic graph. This is the first point of intersection, the second point of intersection. At this point, s is equal to minus 1, y is equal to 0. At the second point, s is equal to 3, y is equal to 7. The correct option is E. Question 22. The equation of the line of symmetry is solution. The equation of the line of symmetry is given as s equal to minus b over 2a. The equation of the curve is needed in order to get a and b. The roots of the curve are s equal to minus 1 or 2. 1 point, then the other point where the curve cuts across the s axis. You have it in this form. What produced s equal to minus 1 is s plus 1 equal to 0, then s minus 2 equal to 0. What we are doing now is reverse operation. You combine the two factors, you equate the product to 0. When you expand, you have this result, and you have s squared minus s minus 2 equal to 0, where a is equal to 1, coefficient of s squared, b is equal to minus 1, coefficient of s. Hence, the equation of the line of symmetry is s equal to minus times minus 1, the value of b over 2 times 1. That is 1 over 2. S is equal to 0.5. The correct option is C. Question 23. Find the equation of the quadratic graph. Solution. Question 22 has helped in getting the equation. S squared minus s minus 2 equal to 0. The correct option is A. Question 24. Which of the regions U, V, S, Y, Z, S, Y, Z shown below satisfies the inequalities. 0 less than y less than 2, y less than 3 plus s less than 0. Solution: region Z is shaded in all the given inequalities. If you shade this one, you will see that this region is shaded. If you shade the second inequality, this region is also shaded. If you shade the third one, this region is also shaded. So the correct option is E. Question 25. Which of the following inequalities is represented by the number line shown below? This thick dot shows either greater than or equal to or less than or equal to. Now, the arrow is pointing to numbers as from -1. In other words, to the right where the numbers are greater than -1. Because of this symbol, we have s greater than or equal to -1. The correct option is E. Question 26. Solve the equation 2s plus 8 equal to 21s squared. Solution: it is quadratic. One of the sides needs to be 0. So let's transfer these two terms to the left hand side. To the right hand side, you have it in this form. Therefore, 21s squared minus 2s minus 8 equal to 0, where a is equal to 21, b is equal to -2, c is equal to -8. Whenever a is not equal to 0, you get ac, which is -168. You get 2 factors of 168 whose sum is -2 and the product is -168. You have -14 plus 12 in S. You replace the middle term with the factors in this form. The purpose is to have 4 terms so that you group them in twos. From each group, you factor out the common factor. At this point, 3s minus 2 is common. When you take it out, you are left with 7s plus 4 that will combine to form the other factor. You equate the product to 0. You equate each factor to 0. You transfer the constant terms respectively. Here, you divide by 3. Divide through by 3, you have this result. You divide through by 7, you have these results. The correct option is B. Question 27. In an examination, a candidate was asked to draw the graph of y equal to s squared plus 6s minus 27 and a linear graph on the same axis such that their intersections will give the solutions to the quadratic graph s squared plus 5s minus 29 equal to 0. What is the equation of the linear graph? We have this equation that you want to solve using this equation. Adjust this to give this equation, the one that is plotted. Before you can solve this equation using this graph, you have to adjust this one to exactly the one that is plotted. In the process, the linear equation will be obtained. First, you have to transfer plus 5s minus 29 to the right hand side. You have it in this form, so that we have s squared. To get plus 6s, add 6s to both sides. You do that in this form and you have this result. To have the constant term, subtract 27 from both sides of the result above. You have it in this form. What you have here now is equal to y, and it is equal to s plus 29 minus 27 is 2. The correct option is E. Question 28. What must be added to 2y squared plus 7y to make it a perfect square? Solution. Step 1 is that the first term needs to be a perfect square. To achieve that, you divide through by 2 and you have this result. Second step, add square of half of the coefficient of y. That is 1 over 2. Half times 7 over 2. Coefficient of y. Then you square it. You have 7 over 4 all square. That is 49 over 16. So you add this term. But the problem needs to look like the original expression. So you multiply through the expression by 2 to make it looks like the original. So y squared times 2, you have 2y squared. Multiply this term by 2, you have 7y. Multiply this term by 2, you have 49 over 8. So 49 over 8 must be added. The correct option is D. Question 29. Solve the simultaneous equations. S plus 2y equal to minus 4. 2s plus 3y equal to minus 5. Solution. You have the two equations. I want to solve using elimination method, and I wish to eliminate variable s. To do that, the coefficients need to be the same. So you make here 2 by multiplying through equation 1 by 2. You have this result. Then multiply through equation 2 by 1 for these 2 to remain. The signs are the same in both equations, hence I have to subtract. And when you do that, you have y equal to minus 3. 2s minus 2s, 0, plus 4y minus plus 3y, that is y, minus 8 minus 5, that is minus 3. To continue, you have to replace y with equal to minus 3 in any of the equations. I'm using equation 1. This is equation 1. You replace y with minus 3. When you simplify this term, you have this result. Collect like terms, s becomes minus 4 plus 6, that is 2. Therefore, s equal to 2, y equal to minus 3. The correct option is C. Question 30. Factorize 12a squared minus 3 bracket open a minus 3b squared completely. Solution: apply difference of two squares, something like this. So a is squared, b is also squared. It means we need to square everything here, but we cannot achieve that because 12 is not a perfect square. First, you factor out 3. This is the first term, while this is the second term. If you factor out 3, you have it in this form. You can express 4 as 2 square. If you factor out power of 2 from here, you have it in this form. From here, we take the first term a as 2a and the second term b as a minus 3b. You come here and replace them. So a is 2a minus b, which is minus bracket open a minus 3b. You close the inner and outer brackets. When you come here, a becomes 2a plus bracket open b is a minus 3b. If you opened the bracket, you have this result. Add like terms, you have this result. From the second bracket, you can factor out 3. This 3 times this 3 is equal to 9. Then you have the two brackets. The correct option is A. Question 31. Given that t is equal to 2 pi times square root of L over G, find the value of t when pi is equal to 22 over 7, L equal to 16, and G is equal to 10. You have the given expression. You replace pi, L, and G with what they stand for. If you divide here, you have root 1.6. 2 times 22 over 7 is 44 over 7. If you check this square root, you have this result. You multiply these two numbers, you have this result. Divide by 7, you have this result. To 2 decimal places or 3 SF, t is approximately equal to 7.95. The correct option is D. Question 32. Expand bracket open s minus 2 bracket close bracket open again s plus 6 bracket close. Solution: you have the given expression. To expand, you use all the terms in one of the brackets to multiply the other bracket. I'm using the first bracket to multiply the second bracket. That is the first term s times second bracket minus 2, the second term times second bracket. You have this result and this result. The correct option is A. Question 33. Simplify s squared minus 8s plus 12 over 3 bracket open s squared plus s minus 6 bracket close times 9 bracket open s plus 3 bracket close. You factorize this expression and this expression, you have this result. Then 9 divide by this 3, you are left with 3 here. If you group the terms in twos, you have this result. You factor out the common term from each group, you have this result and this result. S minus 2 cancel S minus 2. S plus 3 cancel S plus 3. You are left with 3 times S minus 6 in this form. The correct option is D. Question 34. What is the angular difference in longitude between town A with this information and town B with this information? Solution. The two towns are on the same side of the equator and same side of the prime meridian. Their angular difference is through subtraction. That is 147 degrees minus 54 degrees equal to 93 degrees. The correct option is A. Question 35. In the diagram below, O is the center of the circle PQRO. If angle QPRO equal to 64 degrees and angle QROP equal to 46 degrees, calculate angle PORO, the angle at center. You simply join this point to the center to this point. You are to get this angle. Before then, this angle is needed. You have to add the 3 angles in triangle PQRO to get the third angle. And this angle at center is equal to 2 times angle at circumference. Solution. In triangle PQRO, if you add the 3 angles, the sum is equal to 180 degrees. You replace angle P and arrow with what they stand for. You add and you get this result. You collect like terms. Angle Q is equal to 70 degrees. Angle PORO is equal to 2 times angle PQRO. You have the reason. Therefore, angle PORO is equal to 2 times 70 degrees, and that is 140 degrees. The correct option is E. Question 36. In the figures below, find the value of L in meters. Solution. By similar triangle, the ratio of L to 420 is equal to the ratio of 18 to 24. But you have to convert this value and this to meters by using 100 to divide. So you have L over 420 equal to 0.18 over 0.25. If you make L the subject, you have this result, and 315. The correct option is E. Question 37. Find the gradient of the curve y equal to 2s squared plus 5s minus 1 at the point s equal to 4. Solution. Gradient of a curve is equal to dy ds. That is increment in y to increment in s. also denoted by m. You have the curve. So the gradient is equal to 4s plus 5. You differentiate using power rule of differentiation. At s equal to 4, you come here and replace s with 4. So the gradient becomes 4 times 4 plus 5. That is 16 plus 5 equal to 21. The correct option is E. Question 38. An interior angle of a regular polygon is 108 degrees. Find the number of sides of the polygon. An interior angle, that means 1. Solution. Each interior angle is given by this formula. You have one of the angles to be 108 degrees equal to this formula. Cross multiply to clear fraction. You have it in this form. You open this bracket, you have these results. Transfer this term to the left, it becomes positive. You transfer this to the right, it becomes negative. When you subtract, you have 360 equal to 72n. Divide both sides by 72 and n is equal to 5. The correct option is B. Question 39. ABC is an isosceles triangle where E and D are points on AC and BC respectively, such that BE is perpendicular to AC and ED perpendicular to BC. If angle ABE equal to 68 degrees and angle A equal to angle C, find angle CED. Solution. This diagram represents the given information. We are to find this angle CED, that is this angle. We need this angle with the help of this angle. To get this angle, we have to consider triangle AEB. It is a right-angled triangle. The sum of the three angles is equal to 180 degrees. You have it in this form. After addition, you have this result. Angle BAE becomes this 22 degrees. Angle BCE, this angle is equal to this angle 22 degrees. You have the reason. Triangle CDE is also another triangle that is isosceles. For that reason, the base angles are also equal. Therefore, angle BCE is equal to angle CED, and that is 22 degrees. The correct option is A. Question 40. In the figure below, O is the center of the circle. Calculate value of S. This S. For us to find S, we need this angle. Once we get this angle, we get this angle. If you add 40 degrees to S, the sum is equal to this angle. This angle ACE is equal to 40 degrees. This angle, angles in the same segment. This angle is known. we get this angle by considering triangle AEC. If you add the three angles, the sum is equal to 180 degrees. You have it in this form, and you have these results. Angle AEC becomes this, that is 106 degrees. 40 degrees plus S is equal to this angle, 106 degrees. You have the reason. Therefore, S is equal to 106 degrees minus 40 degrees, and you have 66 degrees. The correct option is B. Question 41. In the diagram below, O is the center of the circle, DB is equal to BC, and angle ABC equal to 54 degrees. Find angle ACD, this angle. To get this angle is needed, which can be obtained considering triangle BCD. In that triangle, the base angles are equal because it is an isosceles triangle. So let the two equal base angles be equal to S, so that in triangle BCD, if you add the three angles, the sum is equal to 180 degrees. You have it in this form, and that is 2S equal to 180 degrees minus 54 degrees, and that is 126 degrees. To get S, divide both sides by 2, and S becomes 63 degrees. Now, angle ACD is equal to angle BCD. In other words, this angle is equal to this angle because DC is a bisector. Therefore, angle ACD is equal to 63 degrees. The correct option is C. Question 42. Determine the value of 7S in the diagram below. You have the given diagram. You need to note the markings you have there. It simply means that we have isosceles triangle. The base angles are equal. Before 7S, we need S. In this diagram, this angle is equal to 2S, vertically opposite angles. This angle is equal to 5S, vertically opposite angles. This angle is equal to 2S, base angles of isosceles triangle. So if you add the three angles, the sum is equal to 180 degrees. 9S is equal to 180 degrees. To get S, divide both sides by 9. S is equal to 20 degrees. Therefore, 7S becomes 7 times 20 degrees equal to 140 degrees. The correct option is E. Question 43. In the diagram below, KTN is a tangent to the circle at T. Find the angle NTA. This angle NTA is between the chord AT and the tangent KTN, and as such it is equal to the angle in the alternate segment. Therefore, angle NTA is equal to 65 degrees. The correct option is C. Question 44. An aeroplane flies from a town P on a bearing of 0.45 degrees to a town Q, a distance 200 kilometers away. It then changes its course and flies to another town arrow on a bearing of 120 degrees. If arrow is directly east of P, calculate P arrow correct to the nearest kilometer. Solution. This diagram represents the given information. In order to find the side P arrow, the angle facing it is needed. So this angle is equal to this angle. Alternate angles, 45 degrees. From here to this point is 120. From here to this point is 1 quadrant, 90 degrees. To have 120 degrees, this remaining part must be 30 degrees for this angle to be 60 degrees to have the 180 degrees on this side. P arrow is by sine rule, and we have 200 over sine 30 degrees equal to P arrow over sine 105 degrees. Here is 30 because this remaining part is 45 degrees. You add it to 105 degrees, subtract the sum from 180 degrees. Sum of angles in a triangle here becomes 30 degrees. If you make P arrow the subject, you have it in this form and this results. When you divide, you have these results. To the nearest kilometer, we have 386 kilometers. The correct option is B. Question 45. If the angle of depression of a boy standing on the ground level from the top of a house is 72 degrees, what is the angle of elevation of the top of the house from the boy? You have the building, then the boy. An object is here, could be anything. Try to look at the boy, hence the angle formed with the eye level is angle of depression, and that angle is always equal to angle of elevation. The correct option is C. Question 46. If cos theta is equal to 0.8 over this range, find tan theta. Solution. Cos theta equal to 0.8. 0.8. If you convert this to ordinary fraction, you have 8 over 10, which reduces to 4 over 5. Cosine is the ratio of adjacent to hypotenuse. Tangent is the ratio of opposite to adjacent. That means we need the opposite side. To get it, you draw a right angled triangle using the information about cosine. So here is the acute angle. You have hypotenuse, adjacent. This other side is opposite unknown. By Pythagoras rule, the opposite side is 3. Therefore, tan theta, that is equal to opposite over adjacent, becomes 3 over 4. The correct option is B. Question 47. A ladder S meters long leans against a vertical pole of 12 meters, making an angle of 54 degrees with the horizontal ground. Calculate the value of S correct to 3SF. Solution: you have the vertical pole, the ladder, horizontal ground. The ladder is S meters long. The height of the pole 12 meters. You have the angle between the ladder and the horizontal ground. What you have here is a right angled triangle where this side is opposite, hypotenuse, adjacent. So we have sine 54 degrees equal to opposite 12 over hypotenuse S. If you make S the subject, you have this result. When you evaluate, you have this result. After division, you have this result. So 3SF, the value of S is approximately equal to 14.8 meters. The correct option is B. Question 48. If 1.109 liters of water is poured into a container in form of cylinder of base radius 4.2 cm, find the level of water correct to 2SF. Solution: the level of water is the height of the cylinder, and the amount of water is the volume given in liters. Hence, volume of a cylinder is equal to pi r square h. The volume is this, equal to pi times radius square times height unknown. We have to convert this value from liters to cube centimeters by using 1000 to multiply it, equal to the right hand side. To make height the subject, divide both sides by the product of these two numbers. You have h equal to this. When you multiply, you have this result. After division, you have this result. So 3SF, 2SF, the height is 20.00 centimeters. Question 49. Calculate the mean deviation of the following scores: 4, 5, 3, 2, 1. Solution: mean deviation for ungrouped data is given by this formula. Summation: symbol of modulus of s minus s bar, that is the mean, over n. This symbol also means absolute value. What it does is that it converts all negative results to positive, while the results that are positive remain the same. Before the formula, we need S bar, which is the mean, given by summation S over N. We take the scores as S. You add them together, divide by 5. That is 15 over 5 equal to 3. Therefore, mean deviation is equal to, you come here, the first S is 4 minus the mean 3 in this form, plus the second S 5 minus the mean, plus the third S 3 minus the mean, and so on, over 5. Now 4 minus 3 is 1, plus 5 minus 3 is 2, plus 3 minus 3 is 0, plus 2 minus 3 is minus 1. But this symbol changes it to positive 1. 1 minus 3 is minus 2, which becomes plus 2 over 5. When you add, you have 6 over 5, which becomes 1.2. The correct option is A. Question 50. What is the probability that an integer selected from this set is a prime number? Solution: the given set is the sample space or universal set. You list all the numbers from 1 to 30 in this form. From this set, we are interested in prime numbers. So we define an event E to be prime number. Therefore, set E is equal to, you come here and list all the prime numbers. You have them in this form. They are 10 in total. Therefore, probability E prime number is equal to, you have number of elements in set E over elements in the sample space or universal set. You have 10 over 30, which reduces to 1 over 3. The correct option is E. Question 51. Two balls are taken one after the other from a bag without replacement. If the bag contains 4 red and 6 blue balls, what is the probability that they are of different colors? Solution: let arrow equal to red balls, they are 4 in number, B equal to blue balls, 6 in number, total balls equal to 10. Probability different colors is equal to probability if the first is red, the second is blue, or probability if the first is blue, the second is red. You consider all the possibilities. In the question, drawing is without replacement. That means the total is affected. When you come here, red balls, they are 4. At that point, the total is 10 times blue balls, they are 6. The first ball picked was not replaced, so you are left with 9 plus or means addition. You come here, at this point you have 6 blue balls in the bag over total of 10 times red balls 4 over 9. When you simplify, you have these results. If you add the like fractions, you have 48 over 90, which reduces to 8 over 15. The correct option is B. The pie chart below shows the distribution of candidates that sat for certain subjects in a school certificate examination. Use the information to answer questions 52 and 53. You have the pie chart. Question 52. What angle represents the students that sat for economics? Solution. If you add all the angles in the pie chart, the sum is equal to 360 degrees. You have it in this form. So for economics, you have 360 degrees minus 240 degrees, and that is 120 degrees. The correct option is E. Question 53. What percentage of the students sat for English language correct to the nearest whole number? Solution. Percentage who sat for English language is equal to the sectorial angle for English language 150 degrees over total angles times 100. This fraction reduces to this times 100. When you multiply and divide, you have 41.66667. To the nearest whole number, you have 42%. The correct option is E. Question 54. Find the mean of the frequency distribution below correct to 1 decimal place. Solution. Mean is given as summation fs over summation f. The marks represent s, frequency f. Fs means f times s. So you come here, you multiply plus the product of these numbers plus this product and so on over sum of frequencies. When you multiply respectively the numerator, you have this result over 33. When you add, you have 207 over 33. When you divide and approximate to 1 decimal place, the mean is equal to 6.3. The correct option is C. Question 55. The table below shows the scores of applicants in an interview. If an applicant is chosen at random, what is the probability that he scored at most 8 marks? At most 8 marks means 8 marks and below. 8, 7, 6. Solution: probability at most 8 is equal to probability less than or equal to 8, and that is probability 6 plus that of 7 plus that of 8. We are interested in how many applicants scored 8, 7, 6. That is frequency of 6 plus frequency of 7 plus frequency of 8 over sum of frequencies. You have this result, that is 8 over 16 equal to 1 over 2. The correct option is E. Question 56. A bus contains 22 oranges. 14 of them are ripe and 6 unripe. If 2 oranges are taken one after the other with replacement, in this condition, the total is not affected. Find the probability that one is ripe and the other unripe. Solution: probability one is ripe and the other unripe is equal to probability first ripe, second unripe. 2 oranges are taken one after the other, or the first unripe, the second is ripe. Ripe oranges, they are 14 over 20 times unripe 6 over 20. With replacement, the total is not affected. Plus unripe 6 over 20 times ripe 14 over 20. When you simplify respectively, you have this result. When you multiply, you get this result. After adding the like fractions, you have 42 over 100, which reduces to 21 over 50. The correct option is C. Question 57. The mean of the set of numbers 2, 5, S, 6 is 4. What is the value of S? Solution: you have ungrouped data. The mean S bar is equal to summation S over N. The mean is 4. You add the 4 given numbers, divide by 4. Multiply through by 4 to clear fraction. Here becomes 16 equal to 13 plus S. 2 plus 5 plus 6, 13 plus S. To get S, you transfer 13 to the left hand side. You have 16 minus 13 equal to S. Therefore, S is equal to 3. The correct option is E. Question 58. Evaluate integral with upper limit 2, lower limit 0 of this function with respect to the S. Solution: when integrating algebraic function, you simply add 1 to the power of the variable and divide by sum of the powers. The power here is 1. You add 1 to it, you have 2s squared. over the sum of the powers 1 plus 1, that is 2, minus here you add 1, it becomes 3 over 3 over the given limits. You write the result and replace s with the upper limit, that is 2 square, because 2 we cancel 2 first. Replace s with 2, you square it, minus 2 cube over 3. When evaluating definite integral, the operator is negative. You write the result again and replace s with 0. Here becomes 0. 2 square is 4 minus 8 over 3. To have a balanced fraction, you can write 4 as 4 over 1. The LCM is 3. Divide 3 by 1 is 3 times 4. You have 12 minus 3 divided by 3 is 1 times 8. You have 8. When you subtract, you have 4 over 3. As mixed fraction, you have one whole number, 1 over 3. The correct option is C. Question 59. If y is equal to 3s squared minus 4s minus 12, find the value of s when dy ds is equal to 0. You simply differentiate y with respect to s to get dy ds. You have the given function. When differentiating algebraic function, you use the power to multiply the coefficients. You take the power up and subtract 1 from it. So dy ds is equal to, you use 2 to multiply the coefficient here, 3, you have 6. You take 2 back and subtract 1 from it. You have s power 1. The power here is 1 times 4 is 4. If you subtract 1 from the power 1 there, you have s power 0, which is 1. The differential of a constant is 0. dy ds is equal to 0. So you have 0 equal to 6s minus 4. Transfer minus 4 to the left. You have 4 equal to 6s. To get s, divide both sides by 6. You have this fraction, which reduces to 2 over 3. The correct option is C. Question 60. A particle moves in straight line such that its velocity after t seconds is 3t plus 4 meter per second. Find the distance traveled in 4 seconds. Solution. You have the given velocity. Distance s cannot be directly obtained, but velocity is equal to ds dt. That is change in distance to change in time. From this place, we can get distance. So let's clear fraction by using dt to multiply through. You have ds equal to v dt. You replace v with what it stands for. To get s from ds, you have to integrate both sides. So you have the integral respectively. If you differentiate ds, you have s, because integration is the reverse process of differentiation. If you come here and differentiate, The power is 1. You add 1 to it, it becomes 2. Over the sum of the powers, you have this result. When you integrate a constant, it attracts the variable you are working with, which is t. So if you integrate 4, you have 4t. When t is equal to 4 seconds, you come here and replace t with 4, you have this result. 4 square is 16. Divide by 2, you have 8. That is 3 times 8 plus 4 times 4 equal to 24 plus 16. That is 40 meters. The correct option is C.